We are here at the Bank of California Stadium for the Mcbroom versus Gibb fight, and we've talked around to some people, and some sources say that they've only sold 200 tickets today and gave away 1,000.
I can see why people were calling it the social distance clubs, but hey, what's up? My most requested video this week was to take a look at the sequel of the original boxing match that landed the Ace family into a $100 million lawsuit. Was the sequel better than the original? Absolutely not, but it hasn't landed them into another $100 million lawsuit yet, so I guess that's kind of a win. As you saw from the video in the introduction, it looks like they sold about 200 tickets and gave away 1,000 tickets. And from the looks of it, the people who got the free tickets didn't even show up. KSI was even mocking it by posting this. Let's fight somewhere empty. I have no idea how they're going to pay their fighters, but some fighters at least are cheaper to pay than other fighters because the purse of the fight was leaked. So here we can see that Gibb was paid $50,000 to show up. Austin Mcbroom was paid $10,000. Then going down the rest of the fights, Nick Young was paid $100,000. Malcolm Minicon was paid $25,000. Levon Bell, $250,000 against Adrian Peterson, only $15,000. Landon Mcbroom was paid $5,000 against Adam Sala, who was paid $100,000. Then you have Corey getting paid $45,000 and Chase getting paid $50,000. And then the rest of the fights was essentially just small change, with the lowest payment being Jerry Bradford, who got $920 to show up and risk his physical well-being in a fight. That's a tough job for $920. But even with some of the payouts this low, I doubt they made money on this event because they booked this massive stadium that they were trying to fill, which clearly they didn't even fill 1% of it. Why were they trying to fill up a massive arena when they could have just gotten a smaller venue and tried to at least make a profit on this? And it seems like they're still paying off debts from the last event, because Keemstar recently posted this on Twitter where apparently he had a settlement with the Ace family and he somehow ended up with their diamond play button, which is what you receive from YouTube when you get 10 million subscribers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have settled outside of court. That's right, I've settled outside of court. You know my involvement in the Social Gloves 1 event, not just commentating, but all the work behind the scenes. You know, there was some money owed, and we negotiated an out-of-court settlement. I've settled for this. Thanks, Austin.
This is insane to me that he actually got this, because this is like a NFL player getting into trouble and getting into debt, and part of his settlement is to give away one of his Super Bowl rings. Like, that's insane. So why they decided to go ahead and make a second event of this is beyond me. The first fight flopped with sales, and they had a massive main card. A lot of people actually wanted to see that fight. So the second one was really bound to underperform, and just looking at this picture here posted by Nico Amalana, this makes the first event look like the Super Bowl. For the 43 people in attendance and the 6 watching illegally around the world, let's get ready to rumble. Social Gloves should give up, bro. What is this? But before the event, the Ace family posted this, where Gibb had this to say.
Yeah, the difference between me and Austin is that I live in amateur gyms. This is what I do. He's doing this as a business. He doesn't actually fall in love with the sport. He don't like the sport. This is just a brand deal. I'm in the gym. I'm sparring the amateurs. He don't do that. So I'm going to show him that Saturday. He's going to see the level difference between me and him.
And then in response to this, Austin just got all up in his face.
You little. Hey, walk it back up. Hey, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me, baby. Because you're going to feel it September 10th. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Wearing them big-ass shoes. Them big-ass shoes you live in. You live in.
I mean, I get he's trying to sell a fight here, but all he's doing here is making people want to see him get punched. That's exactly what happened. I mean, Gibb downed him multiple times. I'm not going to show the clip because I'm likely going to get claimed, but after the fight, Austin Mcbroom posted this video, and it's safe to say this man was humbled.
What's up, everybody? Oh, man.
When you get knocked out in your event flop for a $10,000 payment, which you could have made in 1 or 2 vlogs, he let his ego play himself. I don't know the financial situation of the event, but I can't see a way where they made a profit on this. But he seems to get pretty real here.
I feel like everything happened the way it was supposed to happen last night. I really do feel that I needed that. I'm going to tell you why. I feel like there's 2 reasons. One is maybe you already know, or maybe you felt this, but Catherine, she hasn't been happy about me boxing.
That's an Austin we never really see.
If I would have won last night, I would have obviously continued this boxing journey quickly and aggressively. There really wouldn't have been no stopping or me taking a break with this boxing journey. And that only would have separated me and Catherine and the family that much more. And it would have slowly taken me away from the Ace family. And the Ace family is the reason why I'm here today.
Finally, I feel like he's kind of getting it. The dude became famous from vlogging. If he just made vlogs, he would avoid 80% of his controversies. I feel like it's pretty easy to avoid being luxury house flippers and developers, chilling gambling to your kid fans, doing half-assed festivals, doing half-assed boxing events. Just make vlogs and you're set for life. It costs pretty much no money to make a vlog, and you have an insane profit margin, especially with the audience he still has. All he needs to do is stop burning what's left of his fan base and just remain humble. That's what I would tell the guy. Because again, they still pull plenty of views to make a great living on the platform. They just have to humble themselves and not live like they're billionaires, because they're not. And that's okay, because they're still incredibly successful off of just their YouTube channel. I see this as a big trend for successful creators. They just don't want to be a proud YouTuber for some weird reason, even though YouTube literally made them. They always want to do so much more, like get onto TV or do movies or something like that, which is cool and all, but I feel like YouTube's where it's at. And I get it. I mean, creator burnout is definitely real. Anyone who's done YouTube for years knows it. But I guess it's all about loving the process. And if you don't love the process, you need to find something else to fill your time with. And I guess Austin LARPing as a boxer was a part of him figuring out what he wants to do. But him portraying himself as a villain just makes people hate him so much more. It's just so polarizing from the character he became famous from, like on his family-friendly vlog channel. Jake Paul has always kind of been a villain on YouTube, which is why it's worked for him so long. But Austin has this family man image, which he is barely holding on to with a couple strings due to all the other controversies he's involved in. And I feel like another mistake of theirs is they just got so big on YouTube, they lost all of their relatability. And it seems like that got into their head.
The word humbled. Yes, definitely was humbled. I feel like there's been moments in my life throughout the 30 years I've been here that I have been humbled, and it has grown me so much as a person in so many different ways. And man, I feel great and I feel good.
Honestly, it'll be interesting to see how Austin evolves from here.
It was hard for us to be so vulnerable because we had to create this hard shell. There were so many eyes on us, so much negative energy, and it caused us to create that hard shell. Last night had me realize again that, you know, and I hope you guys realize that I'm human.
Wow, Gib really changed his entire guy's career trajectory just with a couple punches. I'm kind of wondering how different things would have been if he lost to Bryce Hall. But he did say he's going to continue Social Gloves, but not as a boxer.
Even though I'm not going to be jumping back in the ring anytime soon, it doesn't mean that Social Gloves won't have another event. We will be having another one, just not with me on the card fighting.
At this point, it just seems like he's trying to speed run the record of going bankrupt the most times. Because like, I don't really see any larger creators agreeing to fight under him in his event. But hey, I mean, I could easily be proved wrong and only time will tell. But here's the winner of the Austin versus Mcbroom post-match interview.
God, give me a hell yeah.